is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening, all. I'm Shashina Lowell, as always. It is so great to have you with us. Topping news, the western community still reeling the effects of Hurricane Matthew. As many residents who were affected by the hurricane attempt to put their lives back together, an international-based company has come to lighten their load by making a major donation. Italia Hall has more.
$1.5 million worth of electric supplies were donated to the West End community on Thursday morning. Schumacher Electric, a 70-year-old manufacturer of power conversion products based in Illinois, donated jump starters, power inverters, and backup power for all portable electronics. President of Old Bahama Bay, John McDonald, says Donald Schumacher, the owner of the company, was unable to be there, but he is thankful for the donation.
He's a friend of the West End, and Grand Bahama has been coming here for years and has a second home in Stuart, Florida. But I think that paramount to anything is the attitude and the hearts of the local people, how they did not seem to be very discouraged. They were all upbeat all throughout this whole entire disaster. And that's kind of what motivated me and kept me going.
The Member of Parliament for West End and Bimini Obi Wilchcombe says these items will benefit many residents.
This effort today helping us with technology to advance where we must and to cause our people to have greater opportunities is so important. This relief effort has been requiring the work of everybody. And I'm so pleased, as you heard John said, that the people did not show depression. They did not show a sign that they were losing faith. They believed, and they continue to believe. This coordination here, I've asked Mr. James Coleman to continue to lead it for us. Ms. Michelle Reckley will be playing a major role in the coordination to ensure that every house receives one of the items. Every house in the entire district, not just here in West End, but the entire district, will be receiving some assistance. I'm asking Mr. Phil Smith and, of course, Mr. George Smith to be working with them because they're the leaders of the respective communities.
Seacor Island Lines, a shipping company that operates throughout the Bahamas, played a major role in getting the items to Grand Bahama. Chief Executive Officer Mike LaFleur says it was only right to give back to the islands that they visit every week.
We were very fortunate to come in contact with Mr. McDonald, his group, Mr. Schumacher, as Mr. McDonald had discussed. They reached out to us through the groups that were heading up some of the relief efforts out of Central and South Florida. We were happy to join in on that effort, make the space available, make our equipment available to get those shipments over here through our staff here in Freeport, working with the local authorities, NEMA, Red Cross, Bahamas Customs. It's a joint effort, and it's really when everyone comes together, we can contribute and we can succeed.
Deputy Director of Urban Renewal Michelle Reckley says the organization will continue to follow their mandate, which is to build stronger communities through the transformation of lives.
Matthew came, brought a challenge, but we was ready for the challenge, and as you can see, a lot of work has been done through this program. We will not stop until every tear is wiped from every eye. We have every roof back to normal, and every person can go back to being comfortable in their own little private space.
Italia Hall, ZNS Network News.
Thanks, Italia. Well, it is a story our ZNS News team brought to you last week. A local pastor in the Southern District expressing concern regarding debris in the community and pleading for assistance. Well, tonight that pastor is reporting good news. Megan Shepard has an update.
Apostle Mike Francis of the Just Shall Live by Faith Ministries reached out to our ZNS News team, pleading for assistance who have a heaping pile of debris that was left after the passing of Hurricane Matthew to be removed from his church premises. Following that broadcast, Francis says that 7 a.m. the next morning, crews were at his premises.
Not just in our church vicinity they clean. They're cleaning all over the area, and the area is so refreshed right now, Megan. It's amazing. It's amazing how you aired that story, and it revolutionized our lives, the community, and everybody's happy. And I just want to say to everybody that took part in the effort of making this community better, cleaner, and safer, I want to say thank you.
Francis says he is grateful to everyone that played a role in the efforts.
No one took responsibility as it relates to who did the cleanup and who took the steps to doing it. However, Dr. Darville was here, and I'm grateful that he was here. And it seems as though he had a major push in it, and I thank God for him and everybody who's working along with him. And I want to say continue to do what you do best, and that's serve the community and serve the people. And that's what we're called to, just to serve our people and serve our nation.
Resident Agnes Davis also expressed her concerns regarding the cleanliness of the community. She says residents throughout the Southern District are pleased that their area received much needed attention.
We are grateful to the Almighty for what has taken place. I congratulate Apostle Francis on his initiative and, speaking to ZNES in order for us to get this area clean up. I must say we do appreciate whoever the powers be that has came in and has cleaned the area. The area is so clean. Everyone is commenting on it. Everybody is so happy that it looks so clean. The environment, you can feel the fresh air. I live on the beach and I can feel the fresh air blowing through. So we want to say thank you.
Megan Shepard, ZNS Network News.
It's that time of the year when many people set goals and look to get their finances in order. Tonight, a financial counselor gives us some advice on how to put yourself on a path to financial freedom. Sabrina Brown reports.
After coming out of what is referred to as the spending season, a goal for the new year for many people is to save money. However, it may not be that simple. Operations Supervisor at the Grand Bahama Cooperative Credit Union, Kimberly Russell, suggests that you start by reviewing your budget.
Take a look at what your expenses are. Perhaps there are some ways we can cut or improve. We offer free financial counseling to our members, and we always encourage them to take advantage of that option here at the Grand Bahama Cooperative Credit Union because it's a great way for you to get some direction.
If you have multiple loans, Russell recommends debt consolidation.
It's a tool where instead of you paying 3 or 4 different loans or credit facilities, for you to consolidate it into one for a more affordable and convenient payment. Instead of going to 3 or 4 different places, you're narrowing it down to one. Instead of paying maybe $1,000 a month, you may whittle it down to $700 a month, which is a savings. So it's a vehicle to help you make the most out of your money and to be able to save more, which is all of our real goal.
And for those of you who may think you don't earn enough to save, well, Russell says you're never too broke to save.
If you really look at some of the things that we do waste money on, we can save $10. And because it all starts out with that one, and I think that we need to stop thinking that if we're not saving $100 or more dollars, that it's not savings. That's not true, because $10 is a part of $100. So if we just get into our mind that every dollar matters, and every dollar that we save matters, we will get into the habit of saving.
The financial advisor says Hurricane Matthew should have taught us many lessons, like how to be financially prepared for a rainy day.
I would love to see more of us get away from living paycheck to paycheck and actually having some savings and actually having something to fall back on in the event of some kind of disaster or personal tragedy. And I think that's one of the greatest lessons that we could take away from Matthew, to be prepared.
Sabrina Brown, ZNS Network News.
In news from the crime beat, more migrants found at sea. A group of 19 Cuban men were intercepted by the United States Coast Guard ship Robert Yaird near the Quezal Bank on Tuesday and brought to Grand Bahama. The migrants claimed that they left Cuba a few days ago and were destined for Florida. The Cuban migrants were handed over to immigration officers and are expected to be flown to Nassau to the detention center. Stay with us, there's more news right after this.